Do you remember your first day of school? I'm 6 years old. It's my first day of Cliffwood Public School, and I am terrified. I get off the school bus and I look up at this dark and sinister building. I'm tiny and I'm shy, and there's thousands of kids, and this building is 7 stories high. My counting skills may not be fully developed yet. 7 stories by my count. And the bell rings and it's the loudest thing I've ever heard. And the only thing that's keeping me sane is this orange that I'm holding. My mom gave it to me for snack time, and it's giant in my little hands, but it's comforting for some reason. And I'm not even holding it casually at my side, I'm holding it out here, like as if I'm gonna do some experiment or something. But somehow I know, as long as I hold on to this orange, I will survive. I drag myself into the classroom and all the other kids are seated at their assigned desks. Wait, assigned desks? I don't have an assigned desk. See, it's my first day of school, but not theirs. I'm a week late because we just moved here, and suddenly I'm standing in front of the classroom, embarrassed, without an assigned desk. All of them looking at me, thousands of them by my count, clutching my giant orange. And I'm in shock. My whole life flashes before my eyes. My first teddy bear, my first record on my Fisher-Price record player, my first bubble bath with my sister. Then the teacher suddenly realizes the horrors that are occurring here in her classroom, and she runs to shuffle things around. But I've been standing up there for days by my count. Next thing I know, I'm in the schoolyard, and all the other kids are playing, and I'm alone. But I've still got my giant orange. Then another boy approaches me, and I recognize him from class. I heard the teacher say his name, Jason. He was one of those kids who had an assigned desk. And he walks up towards me, and he's alone, and he stops about 10 feet in front of me and stares at me. Jason. I suddenly feel like I'm in some sort of schoolyard showdown. I tighten my grip on my orange. Jason. Then his eyes dart from me down to my orange. Oh no, you don't, Jason. This is my orange. I hide it behind my back. And then in this moment, I realize his look isn't really one of confrontation. It's actually soft and friendly. Almost as if he's saying, I wish I had an orange. I know. And then I do something that to this day, I still cannot believe I did. I swing my arm out in front of me, and the orange launches out of my hand, out into the air towards Jason. And it almost seems to stop mid-flight as I suddenly realize what I've done. All my comfort, all my grounding, the only thing that makes sense to me in the world is sailing out of my hand, out, away from me. And I just want to close my eyes and make it all go away and wake up at home with my mom and dad. But I keep my eyes open, and the most amazing thing happens. Jason catches it. He smiles and then tosses it back. So I toss it back to him, and he tosses it back. Back and forth it goes, and it's fun. The only problem, however, is that the orange is not the most robust toy in the world. The orange has not evolved to withstand 6-year-old boys at recess. And then Jason decides to throw it granny style. You remember granny style? It's a very popular schoolyard toss, where you take it by both hands, bend the knees, and launch it way up in the air. This is typically done with a ball, but in this particular case, an orange. My orange, the orange my mother gave me. And I watch as my orange goes sailing way up 10,000 feet into the air by my count. And it comes falling down to earth with a splat right between me and Jason. We both walk to the middle and we look down at this massacre, this carnage. Orange guts are everywhere. I slowly look up at Jason, and he slowly looks up at me, and we laugh. We laugh and we laugh. We laugh so hard we could barely talk. We laugh so hard if we had milk cartons, milk would have shot right out of our noses. We laughed for 16 hours. I would eventually learn how to count. We laughed so hard that we became best friends for the next 30 years.
Aww.
And still today, when life is scary and the buildings are giant and there's thousands of unknown faces, and when I don't have an assigned desk, I go to the store and I get myself an orange.